Welcome to the Skratch Attach App demo. This is part 1 of a 2-part series. In this video, we'll cover the basics, we'll talk compatibility, show you how to get set up, and by the end, you'll be pushing buttons and turning knobs like you actually know what you're doing. So let's get started. Compatibility. Currently compatible with iOS, iPad, and iPhone, and coming soon to Mac and Windows. Pro tip: if you're using your iPhone at a gig, put it in airplane mode with Wi-Fi off. Otherwise, calls and messages may interrupt your set. Let's take a quick look at how files are organized in the Skratch Attach App folder. When you open the Files app and go to On My iPad, you'll find the Skratch Attach folder. Inside, there are a few key folders. Background images. This is where background images are stored. You can load an image from anywhere and a copy will automatically be saved here. Tapes. This is where your recorded sessions are saved. MIDI presets and user presets. These are for storing custom settings and presets. Loops and samples, these are for your audio files. Audio must be copied here using the Files app before it can be loaded in the app. To add new audio files, just open the Files app, go to your Downloads folder and copy the desired file or folder. I recommend uploading folders and moving the whole folder in to stay organized. I'll copy this folder here, Horn Pub Samples, a totally safe for work collection of classy brass hits, obviously. Navigate to On My iPad, then Skratch Attach. Open the Loops or Samples folder. Paste the file or folder. Looks like they all copied, and now you can load them directly in the app. More on this when we get to the loop player and sampler pad modes. Quick note if you're using an iPad or iPhone with USB-C. iOS can be picky about dongles, especially for audio and MIDI. A few tips. Keep a backup dongle in case one fails. Restart your device if you have connection issues. Go for higher quality brands. Cheaper dongles can be unreliable. I've had good luck with an Anker USB-C dongle that was affordable and solid. Always plan ahead so you're not stuck troubleshooting during a gig. Startup procedure. Power on your Rain 1. Connect the USB cable from your Rain 1's USB-A port to your computer or iOS device.
Important: before launching the app, make sure both line switches are selected to the USB-A option. We recently found issues with using the B port and need time to sort them out.
Launch the Skratch Attach app. Observe pad colors and knob positions reflecting the Rain 1 state. Notice that the knob position is at 3 o'clock and the software was able to grab the position at startup. This wasn't possible in the original Skratch Attach software, and we're happy this is resolved. The first time you open the app, you will see this message. Click Allow to enable the audio inputs, and you're all set. First, let's do a quick overview of the settings menu. First tab is the audio menu. Access the audio menu to configure your settings. Here you can adjust master gain for overall output level, HP boost gain for increasing the headphone output. The rest of the options should be left alone for now, but will be useful as we integrate more devices. Buffers could technically be adjusted, but 256 seems to be a good sweet spot for most devices. Second tab is the Contours menu. The Contours menu allows fine-tuning of your fader response curves for both channel faders and crossfader to match your mixing style. Filter intensity can be adjusted, and a new feature called Crossbass can be enabled and adjusted as well. More on this feature later. While we are here, I'll explain how we integrated the contour knobs on the device and how we fixed an issue with it constantly changing because it's easy to bump the knobs. We implemented shift lock for the contour knobs. Holding shift while adjusting the contour knobs is the only way to adjust them. Otherwise, nothing changes. Visual feedback. Touch strip LEDs display the contour settings. Left touch strip displays the channel fader contour. The right touch strip displays the crossfader contour. You can also open the Contours tab to see even finer detail. Third tab is the Customize menu. The Customize menu allows you to select a custom background with options to be centered or stretched. Just click the Browse button and locate your background. I'll demonstrate by loading this beautiful background. Give a like below if you'd like this background to be included with the app. Pro tip: this is savable in the default preset, so if you change the background, it will come up every time you start. Fourth tab is the MIDI menu. Currently, the top 3 options should be left alone. Secondary MIDI input is for those wanting to use a MIDI keyboard for Platter Play. Below that is where you can change the key and scales for Platter Play. We'll go into more detail in the Platter Play section of this video. Fifth tab is the Effects menu. Customize your effects parameters here. Adjust echo and reverb settings, then save them in the default preset for consistent performance. Sixth and final tab is the Presets menu. Manage your custom configurations and recall your preferred settings instantly. The most useful is the Save as Default Preset button. Whatever your current settings are for master gain, HP boost, contour settings, background image, effects settings, etc. will be saved to the default preset and load up automatically when the app is started. Recording. To start recording, you can press the red record button in the top left corner or press Shift plus the tap button. Once started, you will see the red recording icon turns a bright red and the timer starts. The search strip VU meters can be used as a volume gauge. To stop the recording, press the red button or press Shift plus the tap button. Recordings are automatically saved to the Tapes folder inside the Skratch Attach Documents folder. Files will split at every 1 hour to avoid excessively large files. If you browse to the file, you can play the file through the Rain 1. Platter/motor functions. First up is the RPM buttons above the Start-Stop button. The white Q button is 33 and the blue Sync button is 45. Next up is the pitch range. Default is set to plus or minus 8%. Pressing the range button will cycle to plus or minus 16%, then finally plus or minus 50% for ultra pitch. Next is pitch reset. The red sensor/reverse button above the pitch fader will quickly take you to 0% and lock it in as long as it's on. You can move the pitch fader, and when you turn it off, it is now set to the new pitch fader location. Next we have the reverse platter function, which is engaged by pressing Shift plus the red button. The platter plays in reverse and the button blinks to indicate that it's on. Hit Shift plus the button to return to normal. Last, we have a motor off feature when pressing the blue button above the pitch reset/reverse button. This allows the motor to wind down naturally. Effects. Right now we've got two, echo and reverb. When the Rain 1 powers on, the FX buttons start off disengaged, but your effects do load based on your saved preset. You can save your go-to effect settings in the default preset. That includes which effects are active, echo timing, feedback level, everything except the overall effects volume, which is set by the depth knob. The beat knob controls two things. Turning it adjusts echo feedback. Pressing it cycles through echo timings, 1/8, 1/4, 1/2, 1 bar. If you pass the setting you want, hold Shift and press the knob to cycle backward. When the app launches, it automatically recalls your default preset. You can leave the FX buttons alone and stick with your saved settings, or you can take manual control using the FX1, Echo, and FX2 reverb buttons. If you press a button, it won't immediately reflect in the app's UI, not until you flip one of the effect paddles. That's just how the Rain 1 handles effect activation. You can also press both FX buttons to run echo and reverb at the same time. VU meters. The inner VU meter displays the main output level. The outer VU meters show the levels for channel 1 and channel 2, configured pre-fader and post-gain so you can accurately compare and match channel levels for a more balanced mix. We've also repurposed the touch strip LEDs as an additional set of VU meters. That wraps up part 1, the basics. When you're ready, dive into part 2 for advanced features where the real fun begins. We'll cover performance pad functions, loading samples, and a little something called cross-bass that takes things to the next level.
Skratch Attach.